The coronavirus pandemic has caused many UK companies to instruct their staff to work either from home or at home. And where this is the case, central to their work will be, of course, a computer in most instances. If a member of staff is working on a continuous basis with a computer on behalf of their employer, they should have a home working DSE assessment. This is an overview of some of the basic elements necessary or advisory to incorporate into a home working DSE workstation. The main element that everything rests upon is, of course, generally a desk. Some people will try and use a dining room table. In some instances that will work, but please ensure that the edge profile and shape is ergonomic, that the work surface covering is not overlight reflective or too slippery, and that the underside of the table doesn't interfere with the person's feet and legs and restrict mobility. And also, please also make sure that it is not too high for the user. In my view, wherever possible and wherever it is safe and wherever there is enough space, I would generally go for at least a classic cantilever desk like this, which leaves a nice open space underneath and is simple and easy to configure. There are available height adjustable desks, of course, which have other benefits for those that would like to interject their working time between standing and sitting, and also alter the height of the work surface to an exact point where they are comfortable. Whilst PCs are generally commonplace, special attention should be given to the type of keyboard and the type of mouse to make sure it's compatible with the user. There are what we call ergonomic versions of keyboards and mice, and the user is literally spoiled for choice here. Monitor screen height is something that is key to the comfort of a computer user. If the screen is too low or too high, it may put excessive stress on their upper muscular region and cause upper musculoskeletal discomfort. Not all PCs come with height adjustable monitor screens, and sometimes the height of adjustability is rather limited. This is a straightforward, very economic monitor arm that will allow adjustment in height, depth and angle, and is really simple to fit on most desks. However, there is a growing tendency, of course, for people to use laptops, especially when home working. And these are great, but please be careful of one of the traps that is easy to fall in, which is using a laptop where the screen is too low and too near the user because it's attached to the keyboard. Here, what I would suggest is that you use a laptop riser, which come in various shapes and sizes and give different height ranges, so that you can adjust the height of the laptop to suit the user. Then, of course, because you can't really key in on a keyboard at that angle or a touchpad like that, they would need an outboard keyboard and an outboard mouse, and again, ergonomics are restored. Moving on from that, another key element, core to comfort, is an ergonomic computer chair. This should swivel, it should be adjustable for height, and the backrest should also be adjustable for height and angle, and it should be on a 5-star base. Please ensure that the fabric covering, the upholstery and the foam complies with domestic cigarette and match regulations. Not all office chairs that comply with office fire regulation requirements comply with domestic cigarette and match requirements. So please check with your supplier that they do. And if you want to know why a swivel chair is so important, try comparing the flexibility and adjustability of a swivel chair with a four-legged chair, and you'll see there is a world of difference. What we take for granted in the office, we have brought home to us in no short order sometimes when we've been sitting on a four-legged chair doing some work at home, and we say to ourselves, why is it my back is aching? So thank you for your patience. I hope you found that informative. It is by no means all-encompassing. You should, where necessary, carry out a domestic home working DSE assessment, which if done properly should show up all the areas that are necessary to be addressed for that user to be able to work comfortably, productively and compliant with legislation. If you want to know where you can get all of this stuff, then obviously I'm bound to say please get in touch with me. Call us on 01 462 681 370.